Stampin' Short by Sherry Borger. I am going through the April 2023 stamp camp. I have 6 that join me via Zoom, so this is for them mainly, but you can still find and see some really cute cards. I do have instruction sheets for the class, and they all get the instruction sheets, and they're all getting, the cards will come in, they're all cut, and this time I put them all in an envelope, labeled them, numbered 1 through 4, Fun Fold Hedgehog, and so I'm going to go over this quick for my class. First one is this one here, and I called it Because of You, and that's because in the sentiments because of you. So everything is already pre-scored and pre-cut. You're going to take your 2-inch piece here, you're going to take the 4-inch piece, put it in here, but as you notice, this is a little bit longer. So you're going to take the 2-inch designer series paper that I included. It's basically a flip side on my 6x6 designer series paper from something, and the flip side is what's being used. And then in the inside, so you have something to write, I actually cut 2 of these white pieces, and the one will get behind the flap of this one. You're going to take your crumb cake piece, basically it was this piece here, and we just cut it and flipped it. Color your design. The hedgehog is from the punch itself, that will be put on with dimensionals. You're going to take your twine, wrap it around twice, knot it. I don't think there's enough there for making a bow. If there is, make a bow. This is on dimensionals as well, but I put the dimensionals on top and bottom so it straddles the twine, and that way it doesn't give you a wonkiness on your card. That's the first one. The second one is called Hello Friend. It was using an 8.5 by 11. I cut it into 4 pieces, and the one piece is going to be your background, and then I use the same color, but this is scored. You're going to fold it over, and that's what's actually going to, it's going to actually go on top of that's quarter piece of cardstock. Don't adhere it right away because you have ribbon, as you can see. Your trees going here, I think everyone has trees. On the inside you're putting the full white piece of cardstock, and then on the corner you're putting the designer series paper, so that way when you fold it you have something that's a little bit more colorful than just the white, and this gives you a little bit of space to write something. The circle, you have one that's the crumb cake, and then you have one that has the Hello Friend and the hedgehog. When you score it, or maybe you can just hand fold it if you don't have a scoring on your cutter. And some of the hedgehog is going to get folded. Underneath is where you're going to put your ribbon. I put adhesive here all the way along the circle for sure. You may find that glue is going to keep that together just a little bit more, because once you pull it down there is a little bit of pull from this flap. So you wrap it around and you knot it. I don't think there's enough there to put a bow. I last minute thought of something else. You could take your circle, put the full circle on the top, and see how there's this little space here. So you could have your score on the circle just before it meets this, and have the full circle, and then it would flap open against that score line when you open this up, and then you would have the full circle. I didn't make one, and so I'm not sure if that would actually work. I'm pretty sure it'll work. The third one's super fun. It's with gray, and I have this terracotta color still. It's a retired color, and the mushroom paper is 6x6 designer series paper. It's retired as well. You may even have it in your stock. I picked it because one of the stamps in the Hedgehog stamp set is a mushroom. So you're gonna easily figure out its stacking. You put your terracotta, then you put your designer series paper on top. On the inside is gonna be your white paper. You might not all have a tree because I looked at it and realized the tree takes up a lot of space. And then that takes away space for you to write something inside the card. You're stacking both sides with the terracotta and your designer series paper. Then you have your square. You have a gray square, and then on top of it's going to be your white square that has your words, your sentiments, and your stamps. Your hedgehog is punched out, so you're going to use dimensionals and put it on here next to your mushroom. You each have some ribbon. It's very thin, very narrow, as you can tell. If you are uncomfortable with the fact that it opens up a little bit and you want it to lay flat a little bit, then use the ribbon. You will need to use something like this glue dots that are smaller glue dots, and then you're going to put them underneath the ribbon on the front and the back just to give it some solidness, and then you're going to knot it or make a bow on the edge. You should have enough to make a bow. That was card 3. Card 4 is a actual one that it's a bonus card, I'm going to call it, because I cut everything up and then I couldn't find it for the life of me. And for some reason I was moving something around in my room and it was right there, right next to my desk. I don't know what I was thinking. So I was so happy I found it. This is a retired cardstock. That was like a turquoise color, retired designer series paper. I love it. Go through your designer series, your retired paper occasionally. See if there's something that you think you can maybe put together and use it up. Otherwise you end up with the stacks and stacks of designer series paper, and then you get overwhelmed. And when new designer series paper comes out that goes with the stamp set or goes with a die cut, if you're like me, I hesitate to purchase it because I think, oh, I have so much paper. Don't ever do that because you're going to regret it. Get the designer series paper that's current, that matches whatever, because you can always go back and go to get your retired stuff and make something quick. I did this. So you're gonna easily figure out what you're stacking. You're stacking the yellow and the designer series paper on both sides. This paper here is a long one that's scored in the middle, and inside you're putting a white piece. I don't know if you all have a hedgehog, but this is to write on. It gets folded, and then you're putting on top the other designer series paper that has all of the busyness. So color it in. Your hedgehog will get put on dimensionals. As you notice, I don't have anything over here in the corner. I don't have a saying. That gives you the opportunity to go through your sets of stamps. Maybe there's a saying that's going to be more, it's going to apply to something that you need for somebody. Otherwise, just send it as is. It's super cute, right? So when you put it, you want to put this flat down on the inside at a spot where when you fold this over, it covers about half of it. Then when you fold it over, your fun fold, you have enough there to keep it pretty much flat down. But if you make a mistake, do not worry. I'm going to show you what I did. My first one, I did it as a mistake. So I folded this, I was lickety split, and I put some adhesive in here, but I put it to the front. So look, and it went like this, and this should have been flat. But do not worry. Look what I did. I put on the inside the white paper that you can write on, so you can still use the card. Don't worry if you put this in the wrong spot It's still usable, still cute. So you get 4 cards this one, and they're all fun folds. I make usually 10. I usually cut for 10 cards. I have 6 of you in my class currently, so that gives me 3 extra sets, usually, sometimes 4, because sometimes I just walk you through it and I don't, actually make a card when we're doing it, just because it takes me a little bit longer. So if you like the set and you want to get another set, let me know. Everything's pre-cut, obviously, and I am going to start a store pretty soon here, and these things are going to be for sale, whether you get it with just the supplies, or if you want them made up ahead of time and sent already made, that's fine. It'll be just a little bit more of a charge for that, obviously, because it's putting in more of my time and labor. And also, when you're in my class, the advantage to it is you get the instruction sheets, and I am not going to be in my videos giving you specific dimensions, because then there's no motivation for you to be in my stamp camps. And my hope is to get more people in my stamp camp. So I hope you like the video, like it, subscribe, and I'll definitely get back in the swing of things. I missed quite a few months because I was having something done with my prosthetic, and so I missed quite a few months. I think maybe even 8, which is awful, awful, awful. I'm back on track. So as you may have noticed, I did also another video for paper pumpkin alternatives. I just did one, and I've got 2 more paper pumpkins where I'm going to be doing some alternatives. I will be making videos for those as well. So keep yourself posted, subscribe so you can know when the videos come out. Until next time, bye.